My name is Kirsty and I attend the University of Edinburgh in Scotland. I first heard about the coronavirus in around December when that first outbreak happened in Wuhan.
We heard from China that they were going through it. I did not realise how it would impact all of our lives. I understood it was serious.
But it didn't seem to be a national headline at all, and then suddenly it all came to light mid-February time.
So all the free time that we have, that we're now in quarantine, I'm actually still working. So that's taking up a couple of hours, a few hours in each day.
I've been able to cook new meals that I've always wanted to try, bake new goodies that I've always thought would be fun, and have been able to spend lots of time exercising and going on walks with my family. My university got cancelled in March, mid-March. There was no warning whatsoever. The teachers, the lecturers, nobody knew. I was sitting in a lecture at the time when it was announced, and everyone was on their phones, obviously, because this is huge news. And the lecturer was very confused because nobody was paying attention, and she didn't even know, standing up there. So it did happen, and it happened on Friday evening. And then obviously the university closes down on the weekend. So there's a lot of mass confusion, and people didn't know if they could leave, didn't know if they could stay, or didn't know what was going to happen with our exams. It was just mass confusion, I would say. Once Trump announced that the borders would be shutting between the UK and the United States, I was quite worried and panicked, just because that's quite a huge step, especially between those two countries that are allied in many ways. And I was concerned that I'd have difficulty getting home.
My initial worry was that I couldn't get over to Scotland because I had a trip planned to go and visit Kirsty in Scotland. And then when university was cancelled for Kirsty, there was a big concern that Kirsty would then be stuck in a foreign country.
Just being stopped in the airport for some reason or another, or the planes getting cancelled between Edinburgh and London, the long flight being cancelled because it wasn't full enough. There was just many different factors coming into play that I thought would be an issue. Booking a flight was quite difficult because the prices were getting more and more pricey the earlier in the week it was. So I flew on the Tuesday, and for that entire week, the prices were really, really expensive.
When we went up to SFO and saw her coming through the arrivals gate, we were all very relieved all round. So the stay-at-home order came into place March the 16th. So at the bar and restaurant where I work, we had been seeing a decline in sales from early March as people were social distancing themselves. Then stay-at-home order came in, but before that you may remember that the state of California had a mandate that all bars and restaurants would close. So at that point we unfortunately had to lay off about 52 staff between Mountain View and Redwood City, and all of them were laid off to allow them to try and claim for unemployment benefit. Unfortunately for us, it was the day before St. Patrick's Day, which is one of our busiest days of the year, being an Irish bar, and we had stocked up on food and alcohol for that week, for before St. Patrick's Day as well. So we decided to continue, or to start doing a to-go menu and concentrating on food delivery. So we've been able to employ some people back part-time to help manage that, and latterly we've been able to sell alcohol to go, which has been a great success because the Alcohol Beverage Control Department has allowed us to do that. And we're also now selling produce, so fruit, vegetables, anything you want.
I think economically we're seeing huge effects just on the workforce, people losing jobs, businesses that you may have been going to for years have been closing down, and just effects like that. I heard that my university was shutting. I'd already heard from all my friends back in America that all theirs were already shutting, like the week before they'd announced that. And the UK seemed to have a little bit of more, we're okay, it doesn't matter attitude, whereas Americans seem to be really laying down the line. And I don't know if that was a differences in severity of cases at that stage or what it was, but the mindsets were the same, just like a week difference.
And the effects on the economics, I think it's going to take certainly a very long time for economic recovery. Some businesses will just not survive. There are a few restaurants that are doing similar to us with to-go, and I'm not sure that any of them are actually selling produce, but certainly there's a few restaurants opening for to purchase to-go food. A lot of the restaurants are just closed and remain closed. A company has started robot delivery of food, which was always planned to start. Unfortunately, the shutdown has obviously affected their business, but that's been innovative, watching the robots going around their service. At the bar, St Stephen's Green, we are doing our own delivery service with employees actually delivering food, which is a new venture for us. I think the COVID-19 will be remembered for ever. 2020 will be known as the COVID-19 year.
People may be more hesitant in the future to hug people, to touch people, especially in the immediate future. In the long run, the effects may wear off, but certainly like the 6 feet, social distancing, I think we'll see that continue even when the coronavirus is less of a threat, just because it's been ingrained in people's minds.
You know, stock market is going to take a long time. We're going to see a knock-on effect with house prices dropping. Yeah, it's going to be felt for a long, long time.